I vlog. Today I'm making a video. Haven't made a video in a really long time due to a lot of reasons that I'll be discussing in this video. I, for a long time, felt like people don't care whether I post or not. And I've discovered that that is simply not true. I only have like 1,000 and some subscribers. It's not that many, but at the end of the day, if 1,000 people give a f to like know what I have going on, then I'm gonna make a video for those 1,000 people, but also for myself. So I thought I would do a little like makeup routine today and just talk while I do it, because I feel like it's way easier to talk when I like have something to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've made videos like for the past couple months. Like, I've filmed them, I've started to edit them. I never posted them because I was just like, I feel like I want to like make a video talking about like things that have changed in my life, and then after I make that, then I can like make whatever I want. I just feel like I have some serious things to get off my chest, and I want to discuss that. Also, I made a video about 2 years ago. It was like this UGA video, and that video went kind of crazy. I didn't expect like that many people to care about like what I had to say, and looking back, like the way that I spoke in that video, I was like super honest, and to this day that is a video, or maybe I think it's like the second most viewed video on my channel. And yeah, I didn't expect that. So I just thought that like at the end of the day, it's better to just be honest and like talk about real stuff that's like going on in life, rather than just like pretending that, oh, like I'm gonna do like a little haul and like this and that. And it just feels a lot better to me when I actually make videos on like things that matter, basically. So I'm gonna do my makeup and I'm going to talk about everything that's been going on in my life. This video is long overdue, but let's just put it that way. I've been wanting to talk about this stuff for a really long time. So basically, one thing that I want to talk about is kind of like a really big deal, or has been a really big deal like this year, and that is that I went through a breakup. And I didn't want to talk about this. I can't tell if this is focused or not, but I really hope that it is. I didn't know if I should like put this on the internet, because I was like, do I want to look back in like 3 years and see a video of like my heartbreak basically on the internet? And I was like, nah, like I just want to keep that to myself. But it was a really big part of my year this year. When I like was going through the breakup, the first thing I did was look on YouTube and like TikTok and be like, how the am I supposed to get through this? Because I was really down bad, you guys. Like, probably have never been that down bad before in my life. I just feel like if I could talk about it and it could help like one person, then it's like important. I really don't even know how to start talking about this, but I'm hoping that if I just start talking, it'll be easy and everything will just flow and it'll just come out and I'll be able to hopefully express myself. I don't really know. I literally haven't made a video where I talked in a very long time. I'm gonna be as honest as I can be about this situation without literally exposing like too much, because I do want to keep a sense of like privacy to the situation, because the situation really sucked. But basically this year has been pretty nuts. For most of it I was kind of dealing with this situation. I've never really posted any of like the men that I've dealt with on the internet, because it just felt a little too personal, and I was also like in the back of my head always like, well, if it doesn't work out, it's gonna be on the internet forever, and I don't know if I want that. But my most recent relationship, I did post videos with him in it. Like, I posted a New York vlog, and he was in that. I posted like maybe just like 1 to 2 other videos that he was in, and I just felt comfortable. Like, I was very comfortable in the relationship, and I thought that it wasn't gonna end. I didn't see it ending anytime soon, So when it did, I was like, what the fuck? I went through this breakup back in like May, and it's November right now. I have definitely had a very long time to like, I'm very much removed from the situation at this point, and that's why I feel comfortable making the video about it now. Basically, the breakup was not like my decision, and that's why it was so hard for me, I think, because I just really didn't expect it. Also, I spent every single day with this person for like, up until we broke up, maybe like the past 8 months or so, like almost every day. And so just the change in like my everyday routine, like not having this person around, was very, very jolting for me. And I know somebody watching this video is going through a breakup right now, and all I want to say is that it'll be okay. I know that like sounds very not true, because like you're probably like literally heartbroken, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be okay eventually, but it really does take time, and it sucks that it takes time. Like, it sucks, but at this point, like what, 7 months later, I can confidently say that like I'm very much over it, and I'm grateful that it happened and that we did break up. Like months prior, leading up to the breakup, I kind of felt like the relationship was not working, and that sucks, you know, because I didn't have like the willpower to like get out of it, and I was kind of just like staying in it for like comfortability and kind of like for hope that the relationship would get better. I was with this person for about 2 years. I met him when I was 19, and yeah, it just sucked because from like 19 to 21, like I grew a lot in that time period, and he was always there. So I think that when we broke up, it kind of like left me feeling very lost, because I was like, I don't really know who I am without this person, and that's very sad. And I know he didn't feel the same way. Like, he had his life, he had his things going on, and I had my things going on as well, but I also really enjoyed him like being in my life and whatnot. I think a lot of times when we're young, we are really hopeful about people and things, even when they show us like multiple times like who they are, and somehow it's just like we don't want to believe them. He showed me multiple times like the type of person that he was and what I should expect from him, and I guess I just had hope that things would change, and that's why it's embarrassing for me to talk about it, because I feel like it's my fault. I feel like it's my fault that I let like disrespect go on for so long, and that I let certain situations like slide by, and like I was essentially okay with being treated poorly, and that's not okay. The first time I had like a thought like, oh, I feel like we're not supposed to be together, I should have acted on it or figured it out or talked about it with him, but I didn't, and we stayed, and it just kept getting worse and worse, and I thought it was getting better, and it was really getting worse. If you have an inkling or a thought, it doesn't matter how much you love somebody, if you're with the right person, you're not going to feel like, I shouldn't be with this person. I don't want to just be like super vague. I do want to talk about some things, because I want this video to be helpful to at least somebody. Communication was like really terrible in this relationship, and that is like literally the only thing that you need in a relationship. Not the only thing, but it's really, really freaking important. And it just wasn't there. Like it wasn't there. I thought it was there, maybe. Also, we got together when I was 19. Like, I don't really feel like I had a good idea of what love, healthy love, was really supposed to look like. And I think that it, you know, it just took me like dealing with that and getting my heart broke to realize like what really is, I guess, important. With the first month that we broke up, I could not deal. I could not deal. And I know that somebody is heartbroken right now and they're watching this and they can't deal, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna get better, and they're like, no, it's not. Like, please trust me, please trust me, please. I just want to describe, like, I was literally crying all the time. Like, I never stopped crying. My heart hurt immensely for so long, I think the most stupid human experience that unfortunately we have to face is getting heartbroken in life. And the only reason that I'm able to talk about it right now is because I'm fully removed and fully okay with it. And honestly, I've never felt more human though, like throughout that experience. I will say, like throughout the pain, like I've never felt more alive, which is weird because it sucked, but I appreciate it though, which is also weird. And I didn't think I would get to this point, but the fact that I did get to this point makes me feel like I can literally do anything. And that's the reason why I honestly didn't post videos for months, is because I was left feeling like I didn't even know who I was anymore. And I'm like, how am I supposed to make a video and act like everything's okay when literally like my heart feels like it's been ripped out of my chest. I don't want to be corny, I don't want to be cheesy. Obviously, like everything is like supposed to teach you a lesson, but it's not even supposed to. Like it does. Naturally, whenever you go through something like that, you are going to be more intelligent after. Like I feel like it's just, there's no way you can't be after going through something like genuinely so traumatizing. Also, the relationship itself was just traumatizing, and the things that I was put through, I never want to be put through again. I have never felt like I've known myself better, like at this point, and known like what I like. It is so easy for me to let go of men now. It's actually kind of scary and a little terrifying. But the second somebody does something to like that I'm like, oh, it's a red flag, I'm literally out of there. I have fully realized and accepted the sentiment of like whatever's for you will always be for you. And I think that's why like I found like a whole new sense of peace throughout just my life, because whenever something feels uncomfortable and like it's not supposed to be in my life, it's really easy for me to let it go. And I was not like that before my relationship ended. So if that's one thing I could take out of it, I just feel like that's the most important thing, because it's like you cannot force anything in life. You can work for whatever you want to work for yourself. But when it comes to people, like nobody is responsible for anybody else. I also was like scared about posting this because I didn't want to give any power like to him, even if he never saw it, which he probably won't. I didn't want to feel like he had enough influence on me for me to still be talking about it months later. But this is honestly why I didn't talk about it like a few months ago. I wanted to make sure I was at a point where like I literally did not give a fuck, and I could talk about it freely and just talk about like, oh, it's my life experience, this is what happened in my life. It's okay to talk about things that happen in your life even if another person is involved, because at the end of the day I went through it. It's my experience, no matter who else was involved. Like, this is what I was going through. I know that if I was still in that relationship right now, I would not be happy, and I am like probably the happiest I've ever been in like a really long time. So yeah, like it's just really good to feel like you got over something that you were like thought you never would. Also, I really underestimated the power that my friends, like their roles played in my life. My friend Layla like would make a pallet for me on the floor, and I used to go sleep at her house like whenever I needed to. Like we would have sleepovers and we would like make pasta and like have wine, and it was just like I felt miserable. Like when I was there, I literally, it's not like I went over there and I was like, oh, okay, like this is cool, like I don't need him. I was literally so depressed, but at least I wasn't alone and depressed. My friend Sakai literally came over and like slept with me in my bed because I couldn't be alone. Me and my friend Mayari like hung out. She helped me literally clean my whole apartment. And then I met like other friends, like my friends like MJ and Riley. Like I met them like 2 months after the breakup, and like I would have never known that I could have had so many good friends. It happens to so many girls, and it just sucks when you like kind of throw all your friends like away and you're like focused on this relationship and then it doesn't work out. Then you go back and you're like, hey, like what's up? And if you have real solid friends, like they'll definitely take you back, because it happens to the best of us. I'm just really grateful that my friends, like I never would have imagined like how much they could mean to me until after it happened, and like they're literally all that I had. I had to do my eyeliner off camera because when I do my eyeliner I sit this close to the mirror and I'm like literally like, I don't know if it looks good, but we're gonna go with it. Actually, I think I'm gonna fix it. Hold on. I've been doing my eyeliner the same way for the past 3 years. Seems like I would have had like it down by now, but like apparently not. I think I'm done talking about that. Like I've said pretty much everything I needed to say. I think. I know I'm missing something. I don't know. The only last thing that I want to say is just everybody gets their heart broken at least one good time in their life. I'm just glad I got it over with, honestly. You just have to know that there is like, you haven't met like half the people that are gonna love you. So whatever you have to do to like get past it, like just keep moving forward. You know, the past is in the past. You can't live in the past and move forward. That's really all I have to say about it. I'm just glad that that part of my life where I was like sad is over, because it wasn't fun at all. And but even with that being said, like how sad I was, I'm not scared to love again, which is crazy because it's like when I was like in love and everything was good, like it was one of the best feelings ever. So, you know, whenever it happens, like I don't know, I think a lot of people can get really jaded from like breakups, but I'm not jaded. I'm 22 years old. Like I haven't met, like I said, half the people that are gonna love me. So I'm just excited for the future. Loving myself, loving other people, loving my friends, loving my family. Life is about love. Don't let a heartbreak make you feel like you can never love again. I just think it's so funny how I'm talking about this stuff like so matter of fact and so like emotionless, when literally if you guys would have seen me in May, you would have thought that like I was like on my deathbed. Another thing that I want to talk about is just weed. And I know that's like, I don't know. I will just say this. I used to be the biggest voucher for weed. And I was like, weed is natural, like, you know, it's a natural form of medication. Like, we're supposed to smoke weed. Like, it's not addictive. It's not bad for you. Like, weed is like, can do no wrong. And I used to think that when I had like a healthy relationship with it. And especially like with the breakup situation, and just like even before that, I think I developed a very, very unhealthy relationship with it. But I think that it can definitely like help soothe you when you have anxiety. And like I've had really bad anxiety in the past. Recently it's been like pretty good because I have my life together. But whenever my life is not together, whenever one small inconvenience happens, my anxiety is literally through the roof. And also I will still wake up with anxiety, but I feel like I've just found, like, I've developed habits that I know work when I wake up with anxiety. Like I drink water, I will stretch, and I will go outside. And it literally, like, I don't want to say it fixes it, but it definitely does a lot, you know, to help it. And I think that we all have like our own things that help us get through things, and I think you just have to find what works for you. But I thought that weed worked for anxiety, and I guess in a way it does, but like long term, probably not the best. My goal these past couple months have just been to like really develop like a healthy relationship with it, because it got to the point where I could not, the only thing I would look forward to was smoking weed. Like no matter what I had to do, I was like, let me just get through this, let me get through this, let me get through this, so then at like 6 p.m. I could smoke and like have my night routine at 6 p.m. and like then I would just waste the rest of my day. And it doesn't work like that for everyone. A lot of people are like very capable of smoking weed and, you know, being able to still do what they have to do. But when you use it or when I personally was using it as just like an escape, you know, that's when it really became an issue. I think that I've learned to use it very intentionally now. This blush, I know it looks crazy on the camera, but I'm looking in the mirror right now and it looks normal. I think maybe it's just the exposure on this camera, but it usually doesn't look this bad. I feel like I look like a freaking clown. I don't really know what to do about that. Like, because if I guess I'll blend. I don't know. I think that a big thing that has helped me is like using it with intention. So instead of just like smoking to smoke, like use it with intention. Because I remember when I was in high school and I used to smoke, I used to have all these ideas, and like I'd go home and like I'd make this and I'd make that and like write stuff down, and I'd really put it into effect. And then it got to a point where I was just smoking to smoke, and that just wasn't good for anybody. It wasn't good for my friends, because then I didn't want to talk to anybody when I was high. Like, I didn't want to talk to my family. Like, it was like very obvious when I was like in that place. But I think it was because I was already in like a sad place. So, you know, when I would smoke, it was just like, you know, I was just kind of using it to like medicate. Like, for example, like if you want, like, let's say you've had a really long day and you don't have anything else to do, and you're like, oh, I'd like to, you know, smoke and then like watch a movie that I've been wanting to watch. So I feel like that is intentional. But just like smoking to get through your day is just like not gonna be good for you. It's just not. And I'm sorry that you had to hear it from me. I'm literally the first person that will vouch for weed, because I feel like it genuinely does help people find their peace, relax, center themselves. But smoke and do yoga, smoke and read a book. Like, don't just smoke and get on your phone and, you know, live in this constant state of distraction, because that's literally not going to get you anywhere. And take it from somebody who has took it a little overboard and has been, you know, intentionally trying to like really find like a healthy relationship with it. This video is getting really long. I want to finish it soon. This is, my makeup's almost done. I'm just going to add some brown in my like waterline. This is the best setting spray. I really like it. Charlotte Tilbury. Half of that didn't even go on my face. Oh, also, I'm going on a trip next week. I'm going on a trip and I am so excited, and I feel like that would be a perfect way to like get back into vlogging, because I'm excited and I honestly just want to like remember this trip forever. Please stay tuned for that, because I will not lie to you. I'm gonna post those vlogs. Like, if anybody cares, I'm gonna post them. And I'm just gonna post them for myself, honestly, because I honestly like want to keep these memories forever. But I just wanted to talk about one more thing, and that's just kind of like finding my place in the world. So like, for context, I'm 22. I've tried it all. I've had, you know, different types of jobs. I'm still in school. I'm not done with school yet. It's gonna take me a little bit longer than your average person, because I transferred, I changed my major, I didn't know what I want to do, I failed some classes. Like, just being honest, like, I haven't always been the most focused on school than I am right now. But you know, I've lived a lot of life, and I'm grateful for that. The older I get, the more I realize like everyone else does not have it together like just as much as me. When I was 16, I guess I thought 22 was like this age where like I would have like, you know, all this stuff, and like I just basically am trying to like still figure out what I want to do. And I look around at people and I'm like, they know what they want to do, they know what they want to do. Well, I feel like I thought that more maybe like last year, or like yeah, like maybe like last year. But honestly, this year I've been very comfortable with like where I'm at, and that I don't know anything, and that's okay. But you only have your 20s one time, and I'm 22, and that brings me peace, because it's like I really am so young, like a lot younger than I think I am. 22 is so young. Like, I work at a restaurant and people are like significantly older than me, like in their mid to late 40s, and they always say that I'm young, and I'm like, I'm young? Like, I feel so old. Like, 22 feels so old, but in reality it's not. If you were in your early 20s, like, don't stress, man. Like, everything's gonna work out. That doesn't mean sit back and relax and like not try to like figure out your life, but just know that it's like nobody has it figured out at 22. I don't know what type of unrealistic expectations I had when I was a child, but I guess I just didn't realize like how long it takes to actually like figure out your life. Another thing I realized is that there's never going to be a point in time where I've figured out my life. Life is a journey, and I'm constantly figuring it out. I think that as kid, or at least as a kid, I was taught, like, not just by my parents, but even throughout school, that there's like destinations that you have to reach, right? So it's like college is a destination, then like a big girl job is a destination, then like marriage is a destination, you know, a family is a destination. I don't have any expectations anymore. Let's say you're working towards a goal and you aim to be done with that goal in 2 weeks. Are you just supposed to like not care about the 2 weeks in between, and it's just, oh, now and then that goal, and like when you hit that goal, it's like, woo, goal. What about the 2 weeks in between? Like, you have to literally enjoy every moment of the journey, and that's why I think it's like really good to not have super high expectations, because, you know, everything is going to happen like it's supposed to happen. I feel like I sound like a freaking sensei, I don't know, but it's like Master Shifu. I don't know, I just feel more intelligent, and I feel like this year has taught me a lot. And like, although this year like literally broke me, like, out of all the years I've been alive, and this is saying a lot, out of all the years I've been alive, this year has hurt me the most, but it's also been the most fun year of my life. Like, how does that work? Because everything is about balance. Like, you can never have the good without the bad. You can never have the ups without the downs. And yeah, life is just a journey. So I've spoke a lot about probably things that nobody cares about except for me, but I'm still gonna post this video. Thank you for watching. If at least one person, if this at least helped one person, then that's all I care about. I'm gonna stop being scared of YouTube. I don't know who I am, but I guess I'm gonna just figure it out, and we can figure it out together, like the people who, you know, care. So yeah, it's Thanksgiving. My mom is downstairs making food. I'm just trying to make sure my hair looks good. I just got it lightened yesterday, like got it a little, like, I got it done and I really like it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Happy Thanksgiving, I guess. Peace out.